Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to talk about what I think is the #1 most important tool in music theory that you can add to your arsenal right now. My name's Moog, and I just bumped my pop filter. Let's talk about the circle of fifths. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to start with C, which is pretty standard in music theory. We always talk about starting with C major. We're going to go 7 semitones. Let me get a piano out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to get to our G. 7 semitones is in fact a perfect fifth. We're going to repeat this process for the entire circle here. Just give me one sec. Now that we've completed our circle of fifths here, let's dive a little bit deeper. So we know this way, we have 7 semitones, or a fifth. What happens if we go counterclockwise here? We're going this direction here. That's a weird F, by the way. That's kind of bothering me a second. There, that's a little bit better. But if we go C to F, let's go ahead and bring out our keyboard friend again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 semitones. I had to make sure I clicked an F there. 5 semitones, which happens to be a perfect fourth. Bam! And the same is true for the rest of the circle. Every way around this way is going to be counterclockwise, that is going to be fourth. Everything regular clockwise, like on your clock, is a fifth. That's not all we can get from the chart, though. Now let's go ahead and talk about relative minors and relative majors. So, a relative minor of C major is going to have the same exact key signature as your C major, which means 0 accidentals. Since C major has 0 accidentals, A minor, what the heck? A minor also has 0 accidentals. And just like the outer circle, the major circle, if you will, these also will correlate with our fifths and fourths rule that we learned previously. For instance, A to E, E to B, etc., etc. Let's go ahead and fill it in. Now that it's filled in, there's one more thing we can figure out from looking at our major to relative minor and back and forth here. Let's take a look at A here on our little keyboard friend. Let's go ahead and go to C. 1, 2, 3 semitones, or half steps, whatever you want to call them, away from A is C, which makes this a minor third. So if you're in the minor key and you're looking at the relative major, a quick way to quickly switch between the two is just remember minor third, boom, E. What's the minor third of E? G. You get the picture, so on and so forth. But now what happens if we go the opposite direction from C to A? C to A happens to be a major sixth, or 9 semitones. And this also checks out. Give me one second. We'll just put major 6 there. That's a 6, not a G. Let me fix it a little bit. There we go. If we have 9 semitones for our major sixth and 3 semitones for our minor third, that'll equal 12. Some simple addition here. I better not mess that up. 12 semitones, which is a full octave. 12 semitones in 1 octave. So just from the circle alone, we can already tell 4 quick, easy ways to go in between intervals. 4th, 5th, minor third from A to C here, and major 6. And that's also not how you spell major. I just realized major is with a J, not a G. I didn't skip first grade, I promise. I told you guys the circle of fifths was absolutely bonkers. There's even more we can grab from here. Let's go ahead and talk about some key signatures. Obviously in C major here, we have no accidentals. Accidentals meaning no sharps, no flats. But let's go ahead and go to the left here. We'll just hop a fourth, since we already know this is a fourth, to F major. F major has 1 flat in it. Let's keep going. B flat. 2 flats, which happens to be B and E flat. 3 here. You get the picture. It's just gonna keep going until we run out of flats. The same is also true for our sharps here. C major, no accidentals. G major has 1 sharp. D major, 2 sharps. Blah, blah, blah. You guys get the picture. Another quick little neat trick we can use, just as a general rule of thumb on music theory, let's take our G major here for a second. And let's lower it down by 1 step. I don't even need to bring out the keyboard for that. It's F, right? So that being F happens to be the only sharp that's in our G major scale. Let's go to D. Let's lower it by a step. We get C. 2 sharps in D major, F, and C. The same will be true for A, F, C, and G, E, F, C, G, and D. So, with that neat little trick, we can also deduce the order of sharps here. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And in reverse of that, we have B, E, A, D, G, C, F, which is the order of flats. And using our order of flats and sharps here, we can quickly deduce a key signature. Let's say if we're in B flat, oh, I have 2 flats here. Let's see, B and E. Okay, that's pretty easy. A flat. We have 4 flats here. B, E, A, and D flat. Same thing with sharps here. If we use our neat little trick, let's take our E major scale, lower a step by 1. We get D, F, C, G, D. 4 sharps. There's 4 sharps. So there's a quick rundown of the circle of fifths. I know I kind of went through it a little bit fast there, so if you do have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. I want to keep it nice and short for you guys because I know I'm throwing a lot of information out there. But here's what our circle of fifths will actually look like here. Obviously a little bit more condensed than ours, but it says the exact same information. We just kind of explain the octave semitones deal, minor third, major 6. I ran through that way too fast. Order of flats and order of sharps, but all of that can be determined from the table itself, just with a little bit of music theory that we talked about here today. It'll also just make your music theory and music production lives just that much easier, that much simpler if you can just memorize this. It might seem a little complicated at first for anybody who's just beginning their musical journey. I promise if you take the time to study this, it will really, really be worth it. It'll really help you out. It's my opinion, it's the most important tool in anybody's repertoire. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video today. If you want to see more tips, tricks, guides, and all that fun stuff in the music world, please make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on. What do you think about the circle of fifths? I know I ran through it kind of fast, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Message me on Twitter, on Twitch, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2:30 Central Standard Time. I'd love to answer any questions you might have. And if you did like the video, please make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out a whole lot. And if you haven't already, please check out the latest song I produced. It's the first song I've ever made from start to finish. I had a little other side projects, but this is the one that I actually got completed. I'm pretty happy with it, but I would love to hear feedback since it is my first one. I want to get better in music production. Holy shit, that's a fly. For now, though, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of the week. Keep making beautiful music, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much. Peace. Without getting a battle. Nope. First. Oh god.
A few moments later.
Are you kidding me?
Another one.
What the?